Hello and good afternoon to all our viewers joining us on www.ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, bringing to you live coverage of the Papare Football Championship 2019, Week 3 fixture between St. Joseph's College Colombo and Zahira College Gampola. Both teams are coming into their second game. The Josephians drawing the first game against Royal College, and Zahira College Gampola losing out to Jaffna Central College up in Gampola. So we're just about getting ready for kickoff, and we'll have a look at the two team sheets. To start off with the host school, St. Joseph's College, Sachin ThePapare, the skipper, Kavindya Rupasinghe, Marshall Kudikara in goal, Tishan Fernando, Domingo Dilshan, Satit Satsara, Chalna Pramanta, Isita Fernando, Shenal, Christy Suryage, Jonathan Thomas, and Evan Wallace coming into the game. Evan Wallace started off in the bench on the previous game. Now in the starting 11, as we look at Gampola Zahira, Mohammad Mahdi, the skipper, Mohammad Ilham, Mohammad Nazmi, Ali Ahmad, Mohammad Ifam, Mohammad Riflan, Mohammad Haizer, Faizan, Mohammad Nazri, Mohammad Sharfad, and Abrar Ahmad, and coached by SM Fawmi of the previous Army fame. And they too have Mohammad Mehran, Sri Lanka under 16 cap. So it's going to be an entertaining game. We will come back to you after a short commercial break with the kickoff.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவர்களின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
and welcome back to the Kelaniya Football Complex. You're on www.thepapare.com, bringing you live coverage of the Papare Football Championship 2019 Week 3 fixture. St. Joseph's College hosting Zahira College Gampola. An enthralling fixture where both teams are looking to get points on board. Jos having a solitary point against Royal, and Gampola Zahira just yet to open their account. And this afternoon, I'm joined in the commentary box by Kavinka Fernando. Afternoon, Kavinka, and welcome to the live coverage of the Papare Football Championship.
Yeah, good afternoon, Irshad, and I'm happy to be here. Happy to witness something, a fixture like St. Joseph's versus Gampola Zahira, and hope for the best for both sets of players.
Yeah, we have both teams lining up for pre-match formalities. It's coming to the game, which is good to see in the local arena. The teams, along with the match commissioners, lining up and going through the introduction process. St. Joseph's boasting a wealth of experience, and talking about experience, their talisman Shinal Sandesh starting in the bench for this game. Head coach Arno Sampath opting to leave his front man on the bench for this game. Probably a tactical decision, unless he's carrying an injury, which we are unaware of. Joseph Ians lining up. It's a very strong lineup even without Shinal Sandesh. Plenty of experience, led by Sachin ThePapare, and even Zahira College Gampola has a wealth of experience. Players playing in Division 1 and 2 up in Gampola. Kavinka, what sort of a game are you looking forward from these two teams this afternoon, where both of them need to get maximum points out of this game, being their second match in the competition?
Yeah, Irshad, I think both their strengths lie actually on the bench. Their best players, coaches, their respective coaches opting to put their best players on the bench. And I think on that part, I think the Joe's side, bringing in Shinal Sandesh probably around the 60th, 70th minute, if things look stalemate, and he could cause problems out wide, give the wingers extra support as well. He can play up front, down the wings, and he's a very versatile player that way. So I think the strengths lie in the tactics for this match. It's a mind game, to be honest, and I hope for the best.
Yeah, indeed, both experienced coaches of these two teams, the two schools, Arno Sampath for St. Joseph's and Ahmad Fahmy for Gampola Zahira College. So we are just about for kickoff, the scheduled kickoff being 3:15. So we are 15 minutes late because of the pre-match formalities. So Joes completing their huddle, and Zahira Gampola still having the final chats, the skipper and the team. And the Joes formed in a 4-4-2 of your screen, attacking from right to left on your screen in white strip, the Josephians, and the maroon strip, Gampola Zahira, as we kick off the week 3 fixtures. And good tussle in the midfield. Sachin Thakur just giving away position. He pass not going where I intended. Nevertheless, the Josephians get a throw in. And this time, I think for the Joes, we have to look at the experience of Chalna Pramanta on this left wing.
Yeah, and as you would expect, the Zahirians are pressing to the utmost extent, and this is what you would like to see, especially in a school game of this nature, something that both teams need to win, Irshad.
Yeah, it's a must win for both the schools. And Josephians straight away going into the attack. Now here's a breakaway of Gampola Zahira. They're just outnumbered. However, managed to keep it in. And a good cross in. An early opportunity. Both goals to Marshall Kodikara. I think he did not command his area. However, Josephians come out of that situation with Chalna Pramanta on this left wing. Kavinda Rupasinghe tries to take a shot, gets blocked. Kavinda Rupasinghe, the scorer of the goal in the previous game for the Joes. Chalna Pramanta draws that foul. It was a decent situation for Gampola Zahira to capitalize.
Yeah, early warning signs for St. Joseph's and their defense. But of course, the defense could work on that throughout this 90 minutes. And I guess Joe's strength lies in their wings, as I said before. Chalana Pramanta can cause problems on this left wing, and the ball is headed into the box as Zahira looked to break away.
Once again, Gampola Zahira getting the better of Josephians in the counter attack. That's the second time in asking. The front man Faizan for Zahira keeps chasing everything that's on his way. So it's very evident Gampola Zahira will look to attack on the counter, as they know Joes will have all the position. Wallace tries to win that. Ishita Fernando giving it away as once again Gampola Zahira. Safad on the right wing sends in a cross. Marshall Kodikara once again put under pressure by Faizan. Joes need to settle down quickly. I think they are giving time for the Gampola Zahira boys to attack.
Yeah, Ishad looks like a very open game at this moment. 5 minutes in. It's what you would expect from two competing schools.
Indeed, Zahira Gampola, they were not happy losing the first game to Jaffna Central at their home ground. The complaint was they did not show enthusiasm and they did not show the intent. However, we've seen different in this game so far. Another ball finding Chalna Pramanta. Looking for Wallace. His touch. The first touch eluding him. So even Wallace and Jonathan Thomas up front for the Joes.
Going forward, I guess Zahira just need to work on those finishing touches, Irshad. The midfield looks promising, and uh, it's going to be a tough day's work for Sachin Taka as well as Dumindu Dulshan, who are controlling the midfield, the Joe's midfield as well.
Yeah, I think what Gampola Zahira have done so far well is closing down the Josephians pretty quickly. They're not giving them time on the ball. So that is what causing all the problem for the Joes at the back. So they need to play quick passing football as once again if I'm winning that, trying to dribble through too many bodies. Now here's Sachin Taka trying to compose the team. Domin Dulshan finding Ishita Fernando. Ball out of bounds. Trying to look for Chalna Pramanta. So far the Josephians have looked to move or rather use Chalana as their target man. Once again losing position the Josephians. An excellent touch by Kavinder Rupasinghe. Gets the return, but not able to hold on to that position. As Ali Ahmed on the left wing for Zahira. Mohammad Ifam asking the question. Marshall Kodikar ably thwarting that shot. He looked to take a shot before. He hesitated, nevertheless got his shot away. Excellent keeping on that occasion by Marshall Kodikar.
Yeah, I suppose that whatever comes the Zahira's way, they would take it. They don't look like a team who would pass and play and who would string passes together in order to create a goal. Shoot on side policy at this moment, Irshad.
I think as we said, they are the visiting team looking to counter attack. Marshall Kodikar put under pressure. Slices it away. As even though the balls in St. Joseph's half, Gampola Zahira, we don't see them committing too many players up. Still holding on to 4 at the back. So they are being cautious at the same time trying to nick a goal.
Yeah, I think their game is much more about efficiency and being effective in whatever way they play in.
An aimless throw, not taking the opportunity to play in Joseph's half, Zahira College. Oh, heavy touch by Sajid Tatsara. So far, it's been Marshall Kadikara who has been tested. He has been up to the mark so far. What? Here's Kavinder Rupasinghe chasing that. Yeah, Tishan Fernando on that occasion with that heavy touch, almost giving away position to Gampola Zahira right in front of goal.
As I said, I guess it's up to the midfield to orchestrate this game. Use the pace of Kavinder Rupasinghe and Chalana Pramantha on the wings.
Yeah, I think Sachin Taka and Dumindu Dulshan needs to control this game more for the Josephians. So 1-2 tried, still in a good promising position. That was a good ball for Faizan. I think for a moment he thought he's offside. Did not take the opportunity. Now trying an acrobatic shot, Faizan. That was a good move for Gampola Zahira, and I think they should have taken that opportunity, Faizan. But his touch once again, in many of the matches we've seen the players having a heavy first touch and losing out on the opportunity that comes their way.
Yeah, if I was the coach of any of the schools, both the schools, I would say stick to your basics, boys. The game looks very open, and at the moment, it looks like both schools could improve in various departments, especially on their first touch, like you said, Irshad.
Yeah, for a moment, Wallace was thinking of a quick corner. The goalkeeper all the way in that corner area. Josephians delayed. And now Kavinder Rupasinghe takes a short corner. Chalna Pramantha. Ishita Fernando. Well defended by the Gampola boys. As they launch another counter attack. Ball still with Faizan. So far it's been Gampola Zahira who has got the better chances in this first 14 minutes of the game, even though they are the team who are counter-attacking.
Yeah, like you said, they look to be really, really dangerous on the break, but it's just that finishing product that lacks in their forwards as well. St. Joseph's, on the other hand, well, you could say that they're a bit better than they were in the opening few minutes. But like Zahira, I guess they need to work on that end product.
Dumindu Dulshan not able to find a pass to Kavinder as once again Zahira Gampola getting that ball to bounce is the problem. It's a foul against Chalna Pramanta.
I guess the boys from Gampola really have nothing to lose the way they play. And I spoke to the Joe's captain Sachin ThePapare prior to the match, and he said that they are obviously looking for a win, and obviously they've fielded their strongest side. He didn't mention anything about Sandesh, but obviously that is a tactical decision that they've taken.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see when he will come to the fore. Just 15 minutes, and as Wallace now on the right wing goes around his marker, not able to get that cross. Yeah, you can check all the actions live and the replays. You can subscribe to our channel www.youtube.com/ThePapare for all the updates, all the videos, replays of all the sports across. Feel Gampola Zahira has settled in well into this game and looking the dominant team as Mahdi, skipper in the midfield. Here's Ifam. Having a pass. Faizan is free. Safad went for a shot. He had Faizan on his left, unmarked. I think the better option would have been to pick him up, but he tried to go at goal and just agonizingly coast.
Yeah, he failed to get his head up at that instance. As you said, there was a man open on the left, and he should have picked him, in my opinion. "18 minutes in, and Marshall seems to be the busier of the two goalkeepers. He's touched the ball several times in this first half, the first opening minutes.
Now here Wallace finding Kavinder Rupasinghe. Here it bounces well. The goalkeeper gets the touch. Riflan. And the goal for Gampola Zahira.
Good recovery actually by the goalkeeper Riflan.
Kavinder Rupasinghe did have the pace to get to that ball. The goalkeeper with the long legs reached. As Wallace now trying to swing this ball in. Yeah, sends in a good ball. Riflan manages to hold on. Seems to be having a good physique. The Gampola Zahira goalkeeper. Good height for a goalkeeper and has a thundering kick from his box all the way up to the opponent's half, which is a good sign. Once again, Gampola Zahira coming so close.
Yeah, I would say going forward, I guess both teams need to find space more than anything else, because it's a very shoot on side policy, as I said, for both teams. But obviously, St. Joseph's opting to build and play as opposed to Zahira's one shot tactics.
I think when Gampola Zahira is now have come into the game and they're trying to maneuver. As referee Saranga Pushpakumar whistles for a minute's water break. It's tough conditions for the players. Kick off at 3:30. So minute's water break. Well, you can get your brand recognized in Sri Lanka as well as internationally. We advertise with ThePapare.com. There are live coverage of matches throughout, and you can call Modit on 0777 or email to modit.veerasingh@dialogue.lk to get more details on your advertisings on the papare.com. We're just getting ready to kick off once again, and so far the story of the game being both schools coming in for a win, Josephians and Gampola Zahira. Jos looked promising in the opening minutes. However, it's Gampola Zahira who managed to create more chances, and Marshall Kodikar being the busier goalkeeper. Now I was Kavindu Rupasinghe finding Wallace. He looks an isolated figure among three defenders. Sachin Thakur and the front players of Josephians not on the same wavelength on that occasion. Looks like the Joes are trying to look for some answers. They haven't been their most fluent so far. And it's Gampola Zahira who looked the better team
Yeah, and I think
after the initial couple of minutes.
their answers lie in their passing, because there was one particular move where Kavindu Singh was in on goal, but the goalkeeper saved it. He recovered well. That particular move, there were around 2 or 3 passes made by the Josephian midfield, which enabled Kavindu Singh to open up and get a shot somewhat on goal. So I guess, like I said, their answers lie in midfield, and they should look to build up on that.
Ali Ahmed not able to keep that ball in play. Here's the Dultan trying to look for Chalna Bramanta, but he's passed straight to the defender. Ishita Fernando put under pressure, manages to get that ball out. Kavinder Rupasinghe once again getting that ball up high. Now here's 1-2 against Wallace with an opportunity. Reflan coming out of his line. Excellent goalkeeping once again.
Yeah, Riflan's having a busy spell at the moment with a terrific save just seconds ago.
Yeah, I think exactly they did what you were talking about, stringing couple of passes as Mahdi brings Pramanta down. I would say a tactical foul, a smart foul by the skipper. Chalna Pramanta was on. Yeah, there was some excellent passing between Kavinder Rupasinghe, Wallace and Chalana to get that opportunity.
On that note, Ishad, the tactical fouls, that topic, we've seen players use it internationally. Do you think it should be brought as a main tactic into the school game, or do you think it's a bit far off that players should just stick to their basics?
No, that is part of the game. There is nothing wrong with it. You are using your footballing knowledge as long as it's not dangerous. I think most coaches will look to apply. Sometimes the coaches do apply that unknowingly. That is a tactical foul to stop the opponents playing. Another corner, and this time Chalna Pramanta will use his left foot to swing it out. It's an excellent opportunity. Kavinder Rupasinghe not hitting the target. The man who scores the goals, the most important goals for St. Joseph's, missing it.
Yeah, questions need to be asked from Zahira defense as to what they were doing, not marking Kavinder Rupasinghe. Just because a player doesn't have that stature, that height, doesn't mean that you can't mark him. We've seen it. We've seen a couple of mistakes by schools and them misjudging players because of their height and physique. So any man, for that matter, whether he's tall, short, for that matter, they should be marked, especially in the 6-yard area.
That's once again part of coaching. When you work on set plays, you inculcate that to the players. To anybody inside that penalty box or the 6-yard is a danger. Yes, Zahira Gampola still managing to keep that ball in play. Trying giving away a free kick. Some excellent work by Safad. The referee is going to have a word with Chalna Pramanta. But Safad been excellent so far for Gampola Zahira on this right wing, along with Mohammad Ifam and number 9 Faizan. They have troubled the Josephians at the back. And once again getting an opportunity with a free kick. Got the correct idea, not just able to hit the target. It was an excellent delivery by Ilham. Duminder trying to thread that ball to Kavinder Rupasinghe, but he was well covered as Gampola Zahira giving it away cheaply. Sachin Taka not able to get that pass away. Another good cross. Kavinder Rupasinghe not able to climb on top of the ball. As we see, Gampola Zahira going to make a change. Bringing in Mohammad Nabil, number 13. Just have to wait and see who they taking off. Looks like it's Ali Ahmad, the left winger. So he's look like another front player for Gampola Zahira. Gampola Zahira relieving the pressure immediately and putting the ball back into the Josephian half.
I guess the long ball tactic did work in the opening 10-15 minutes, but as the game has progressed, I don't think it's working that well for the Zahirians. I guess they need to pass as well, pass and play, just like how Jose is doing with Sachin at the moment, however losing the ball.
I think the energy levels also have dropped a bit, so the constant running doesn't help. They were able to do that in the opening 10 minutes. Now half an hour gone. I think they have gone back and tried to play from the midfield. Still to say, Jonathan Thomas playing in the right wing, not been really effective so far for the Joes. Sachit Satsara trying to look for Chalna Pramanta. Good long ball searching for Wallace. I think Riflan had it covered all the way.
Maybe the Zahirians could consider using goalkeeper's right leg there, because it's a really, really powerful kick, something that you would not see on a daily basis. they could look for the likes of Faizan as a lone figure uh, striking over there. He could use his height in order to get the ball and feed it off to a winger, maybe.
Yeah, he has the power on his leg. What is happening is he's hitting it high into the air. Maybe try to go flat. He could get more range with the
Yep.
power which he has. Now Marshall Kudikara came out. Tishan Fernando too alert. Yeah, Riflan could make his kicks worthwhile if he can go more flatter instead of going too high. Could get more purchase and coverage. So the front line can use that as a attacking pass.
Yeah, and this too, they would be looking for the head of Faizan as the ball is delivered into the box.
Very dangerous ball by Sachin Taga. Right into the middle of the goal. Nevertheless, Joes now. Shenal Suryage not finding Chalna Pramanta. It's a hopeful ball across the field. Ishita Fernando. Once again. A good delivery from Chalna Pramanta. Riflan tried to keep it in play. Try not to let it go for a corner. This is the fourth corner the Josephians are getting. They're still to make use of one.
Yeah, probably the best chance came at the previous corner. Now the Zahirians really need to look at their defense. They really need to man mark every player in white at this moment. Because coming into the first half break, the last thing you would need is a goal. And especially if it's against you.
Yeah, somehow they managed to clear that. Ball very looping high corner. And another miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the defense. Somewhat the ball getting cleared at Marshall Kodikara now. And all three Josephians were offside. They were too late in coming back. Gampola Zahira will be the happier team coming into Colombo and holding on the Joes so far. But they will be disappointed as well. They had opportunities to score. The better chances came their way. Thundering header. Both heads colliding and Duminder Dulshan coming out the worst.
Do you think, Ishad, that long shots need to be taken at this point? Maybe because, I mean, you could try your luck. And if that works, then voila, you have a goal, you have a lead going into the first half. But I guess at this moment, Joes could use a bit more of the short passes as well as the Zahirians, because we saw that particular move of the Zahirians did work out in their favor, as well as the Joes. They had Kavinder Rupasinghe on the ball and he got a clear-cut chance but failed to convert. Do you think that they should take long balls or long shots for that matter at the moment?
Both the goalkeepers haven't looked vulnerable in collecting the ball. Normally, you would encourage to take shots if you feel the goalkeeper is not the best or lacks confidence in goal. But so far, these two goalkeepers, we know Marshall Kodikara, very experienced goalkeeper. And looking at Riflan, he too looks a comfortable goalkeeper. So that could work if the players get into good positions, good opportunities, then they could try and take a shot. So far for the Joes, they haven't come into an area where they can think of taking a shot. And Zahira Gampola did try to take a couple of shots, but didn't work out for them. There you see, as we speak, that's exactly what Gampola Zahira player Mohammad Nasri did, and we saw Marshall Kodikar tipping it over and he watched it all the way.
Yeah, maybe a few more shots there that, especially the crowd, I guess the coaches would be happy seeing that, especially in their teams. It's not that they lack confidence, just that the coaches would like to see more enthusiasm getting the ball at the back of the net.
The even conditions will help if you can see if there's a breeze flowing on towards or favoring one side of the field. You can make use of the breeze to take good shots for the ball to swerve or to dip. This corner comes. Gampola Zahira committing a foul. All the hard work in vain. Kavinder Rupasinghe. I think that's one of the best opportunities the Joes got. Should have gone to either side of the goalkeeper. Instead, he went straight, and the opportunity goes the other way around. Marshall Kodikar somewhat manages to get a hand on it.
End-to-end stuff here, Ishad.
Just minutes before the half time, we are having some entertaining football at both ends. Half chances, you could say.
You're coming back to that Kavinder Rupasinghe chance. I guess he just had to get his head up and see where the goalkeeper was at that moment. Because if he did, he would have probably picked his spot in the back of the net.
Yeah, indeed. And Chalana Pramanta did well in the build up to that move on this left flank, beating his man quite easily. So we see some activity on the Joe's bench, and minutes before half time, we see Shanal Sandesh coming in Really strange to see this move just before the break.
Yeah, Shad, a very exciting player, as I mentioned before earlier in the match. A very exciting young talent, and we hope to see him in the second half, especially with his blistering pace up front.
That could be Jonathan Thomas or Evan Wallace who will give way to him. Now here's Wallace. Loses that position. Too much weight on that ball as Kodikar collects. Not sure if there will be enough time to make that substitution, as we already approached half time.
Yeah, going into the halftime break, Irshad, what would you like to see from both teams? Let's start off with the Zahirians.
As Taranga Pushkumar does call for halftime. Yeah, Zahirians will be the happier bunch. They need to make sure they take one opportunity that comes their way. They've been solid at the back, and they've been well in the midfield as well. For Josephians, they need to look to create more. They haven't created too much opportunities, as you see the halftime confirmation. St. Joseph's College nil, Gampola Zahira College nil in this ThePapare Football Championship 2019 Week 3 fixture. As we head into the break, do join us once again on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
Unanimous decision.
Hello and welcome back to www.thepapare.com. You're watching live coverage of the Papare Football Championship 2019. The match between St. Joseph's College, Colombo and Gampola Zahira College. 0-0 at half time. Both the teams not able to create too many opportunities. Gampola Zahira had the better chances through their counter-attacking move. And the Josephians making a crucial change in this second half, bringing in Shanal Sandesh. He did not start the game, so they would be looking to capitalize on his experience and his pace. And looks like it will be Jonathan Thomas who have given way. So a lot to play for in the second half, as Kavinka joining us once again. So Kavinka, what do you expect in the second half from both teams, especially the Josephians, who really looking to win to defend their title? Yeah, Marshall Kodikara has been the busier goalkeeper, as here's Sandesh trying to look for Kavinder Rupa Singh on the occasion, not getting that pass. Now here Wallace having a man on the right. Looks like a deliberate handball, and surely referee Taranga Pushpakumar books him. Number 8 for Gampola Zahira and Azmi Ahmed.
Yeah, if you watch the counter-attack closely, you could see Shana Suryuge making a blistering run down the right wing. Now it's up to Dumindu Dulshan to whip in a good cross. Probably look for their tall men as well.
Excellent cross. Kavinder Rupa Singh unmarked He should have scored. Instead of him hitting the ball hit him.
Early warning signs there for Zahira, as one of their players are also booked, so one of them is walking on thin ice at the moment. It would be interesting to know what the respective coaches of both teams would have told their players. Obviously, shows, like I said, string passes, move the ball well, move around well, look for space, and shoot.
Here's Shenal Chandesh. Gets a touch. Riflan coming out of his line. The goalkeeper has been excellent. You see once again that pace of Shenal Chandesh. And a good ball by Wallace as well to find his man. It looks the Josephians have got a extra man on the field. The way they are playing. Chandler Pramanta taking a long range effort. Not able to keep it down. So an extra spring on Josephian foot at the moment.
Yeah, the opening 3 minutes of the second half seems to be very freestyle football. The way the Josephians are playing, not giving space for the Zahirians to exploit their tactics. And it seems like Riflan has his work cut out with Sinar Sandesh in front of him.
That's poor by Wallace. Not getting the throw in right. This time round, it's Shenal Suryage. Pulls it man down. Going into the referee's book. So both teams are having a player each on a yellow card. And both the right wing and the left wing.
Mohammad Ifam looking to make his in-swing work here.
Kavinder Rupasinghe coming down to help. Here's Shenal Chandesh. Got too many players covering him. He wanted Chalna Pramanta to move. Now here's Sachin Pereira. Kavinder Rupasinghe shifting the ball to Wallace. Wallace pass. Not finding the run of Chalna Pramanta. Domingo Dulshan finding Wallace. Kavinder Rupasinghe turns his man. Not able to find that final pass. That's been the problem with the Josephians. That was so close. Faizan hitting the woodwork. Marshall and Kodikar beaten all ends up out of his line, too far away. It was a lucky break for the Josephians.
Yeah, it just shows how unpredictable the game can be. Just 20 seconds earlier, prior to that, the Josephians were knocking on the door of the Zahirian defense. And then you see just a simple pass played into the path of Faizan, the Zahirian number 9. And obviously the woodwork coming to the rescue of St. Joseph's.
The Josephians who are all over the Zairians at the start of the second half did not take the chances that came their way. But now, an acrobatic effort by Faizan.
Yeah, going for the spectacular over there. It seems like Senar Sandesh has grown into the game pretty well. His first contribution did reach goal, and here he is on the ball, losing out.
Foul going in favor of Gampola Zahira. Both players went for the ball. It's a throw in, beg your pardon.
From both teams, I guess it's the decision making that has to be improved upon. Especially when you saw there the left back, the Zahirian left back, really didn't have too many options in front of him. What he could have done is just put a long ball forward and look for the head of Faizan. But in that situation, I guess you just need to clear the ball. No nonsense.
I think that's what these players need to learn and learn fast. To make decisions, the right decisions at the right place of the field. Now here Senar Sandesh doesn't get the bounce he was looking for, and it's cleared away for a Josephian corner. That was a free header. Sachit Satsara should have done better. He was unmarked. And a free header going a begging for St. Joseph's.
There was a good break there by Zahirian Safad. But eventually leading to a goal kick. As you can see, blistering pace from Shana Sandesh over there. Bit of trickery as well. Lays it off Sachin ThePapare. Not the best effort that's been produced by him. But nevertheless, an open chance for St. Joseph's. They could look to build upon that. Probably look for about 2 or 3 long shots from the 18-yard area while using the pace of Senal Sandesh as well.
Foul from the back. Chalna Pramanta. This is letting the Gampola Zahira off the hook. They put them under pressure. And you concede a foul and give possession. Wallace a little bit too eager to get that ball away.
Goal-bound effort, but obviously that was not on target. Poor kick by Marshall. However, finding its way to Chalana Pramanta on that left wing. Tussling with the Zahirian right back. Eventually giving away a foul. The game has slowed down a bit, Irshad, and I feel the players are a bit more tired than they were about 10 minutes back.
Yeah, we are approaching the hour mark. The early part of the second half was full of energy, especially from the Josephians. And Gampola Zahira managing to weather that storm. Now getting into the game. And both the teams, as you mentioned, do look a bit tired. It's a lot to play for. We keep saying that both teams looking for points as Shanal Chandesh beats his man. 4 defenders around him. Could have done well to hold on to position and wait for some support.
Looks like the Zahirian defense is doing their job at the moment, marking Shanal Sandesh, the rather dangerous one out of the 3 attacking players for St. Joseph's College. As Zahira looked to break away, however, giving the ball away cheaply.
Zahira forwards too eager, getting caught offside. That was unnecessary. It was in favor of the Gampola boys. Committed a foul by pulling the defender. Looking for that foul, Sena Chandesh. Not coming his way. Now here's a ball to chase. Safad looking for support. Danger still not over for St. Joseph's. Nazri was already on the ground attempting the overhead bicycle. As Gampola Zahira puts that ball out in order to give some attention to the player on the floor. It's 65 minutes gone. We haven't seen too many substitutes. Just a player each for both teams. In this tournament, you can go up to 6 substitutes, being a school level tournament. Okay, coming up is the Match Madness. Month of March for all the big matches. You can come into papare.com and have a look at all the match schedules. We'll be covering you all the big matches in the month of March. That's the second foul throw by the Josephians in this side of the field. Yes, Shana Sandesh taking on to winning a corner.
Yeah, Mohammad Haiza doing his bit there to stop Sena Sandesh from bursting into the scene. It would be a good time for Chandra Pramant to whip one in, just to look for the head of Josephian in the penalty area, as he looks to do that.
Ball hitting the upright, going out to play. It was a risky decision by defender and the goalkeeper. The ball could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, another thing is, I think now that Zahira have noticed that Sena Sandesh and co have entered the scene, they are keeping a bit of a very deep line, for that matter, as opposed to the first half where we saw them having a very high line. But with blistering pace out there on on both of the wings, we see that now it's much more of a deep line. So that itself is a tactic, and the ball is fed into the penalty area, and that's a
That
wonderful
was a
save.
big opportunity. He was left alone. The defender's header coming his way. And Marshal Kodikara was brave, stood his ground. But Nazmi Ahmad hit straight at Kodikara. And that's a big let off for the Josephians.
That was good work by Marshall, Joe's goalkeeper over there. But I guess take nothing away from that save, but I guess that Nazmi Ahmed could have done much better, unmarked, had time on the ball, and an open goal, and
He just had
he
to
should
pick a
have scored.
spot. He should have just picked that far corner and just passed that ball to the goal. There was an off the ball incident, and both Chalna Pramantha and Abrar Ahmed go into the books.
Zaire hope that the chance won't come back to haunt them again, as they look for one more chance before we approach 70 minutes, full 70 minutes at this ThePapare Schools football tournament.
Here's Shana Sandesh gives that ball away, trying to look for Kavinder Rupasinghe. The game suddenly have opened up. Enough space for both players to attack. As Ifam been well covered by Shenal Suryage.
As the foul is committed by Mohamed Ifam, you could observe that Sena Sandesh has dropped a bit deeper into more of a creative attacking midfield position rather than being a striker.
Yeah, he's not getting the delivery what he's looking for. So he comes down to start the move and to move ahead. As another cross comes in. Naistalna Pramantha not able to keep it down. That was another opportunity.
A lot of chances for both of the sides, but The clear-cut chance coming from Zahira about 5 minutes back. As you said, Irshad, it looks like a very open game at the moment as Charan Pramanta looks to defend that, as he does. Mohammad Ifam on the ball now, looking for a shot.
Did not take that shot. He had an opening. He could have easily taken that shot. Mohammad Ifam decided otherwise and went all the way to the byline.
Mohammad Ifam again with the shot, but this time it's a more tame effort.
Yeah, did not wrap around the foot. Here's Joes now. He must be feeling a bit desperate coming into this final 20 minutes, the Joes. They have been the better team in the second half. But nothing worked for them in front of goal. Chandler Pramanta getting isolated in the corner. Now it's Kavinda Rupasinghe trying to go around his man. Gets it blocked, but nevertheless wins the corner for the Joes. Another attacking opportunity. There have been good number of corners for the Joes throughout the game. They haven't tested Riflan so far from a corner. You can catch all the action of Singha Under 19 Division 1 cricket live every week. A joint production between batsman.com and the ThePapare.com. The top division of Sri Lanka schools cricket. We cover the top division of Sri Lanka schools football. St. Joseph's now battling hard against Gampola Zahira. Now 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, you could say the quality has deserted St. Joseph's, especially in the last 10 minutes, as they look for that final product. Ball chipped in through, but it's offside.
It's a crime for the wingers to be offside on an offside position. They can see the whole field. They can see the last defender. Now Spathum Gamehan, the substitute in this second half. An excellent left winger. Another 16 player of St. Joseph.
Yeah, and as you saw earlier, Riflan was trying to come up. Obviously, made the correct decision and stayed in his goal. Change in type of corner over there by St. Joseph's.
Sachin Pereira did not expect that ball to come off the defenders. A miscue by the Gampola Zahira defender. Sachin Taka getting that ball. Couldn't get his shot away.
Yeah, it's good to see the Josephians taking opportunities as they come, as they look to break the deadlock here.
Gampola Zahira have been equally good at the back defending. Oh,
Very risky there by the Josephian defense, and here comes Zahira at the Josephian defense once more. The shot off target.
leave all the pressure of St. Joseph's, who are building up. The defender making a clumsy pass. As we see, number 16 for Gampola Zahira, Mohammad Safad, on the deck. So, more time taken off the clock as the Joes making a substitution. The skipper Sachin Pereira giving away to number 10 Sasun Rashminder. So Joes looks like they are going all out with another attacking player.
Yeah, Sachin Taka is more of a holding midfielder, Irshad. And as you said, it looks like Aruna Sampath is looking to break this stalemate, as it seems. Because as you said, at the beginning of the second half, Josephs really do need this win, considering their reputation as well.
Yeah, they are the defending champions, and they have managed to. They drew the first game, and so far Gampola Zahira managed to keep them at bay, and they will be desperate for the 3 points to get their tournament underway. Just 2 more matches left for them, and both the games being away fixtures, one up in Kandy, one up in Jaffna. It's not going to be easy for the Joes. So this is the game they would look to get those 3 points. Haven't gone their way as Gampola Zahira have fought hard and have created. Now here's Shanal Sandesh carving the Rupa Singha pass. Way too much pace on that.
Yeah, it's a communication breakdown over there. We didn't see Kavinder Rupa Singh ask for the ball, or for that matter, ask Sena Sandesh to play him in over there. Sena Sandesh obviously being confused, his mind in two worlds. Really didn't put a good ball in. But looking at it from a spectator's perspective, I guess it's up to decision making, especially. And I feel that both teams would have to go back to their drawing boards and check themselves out on the highlights reel, and probably go back and review a lot of mistakes that they made.
Yeah, it has been an exciting game. There was creativity. There were opportunities for both teams. And both goalkeepers did make some good saves. Nonetheless, deadlock. And this will not suit the Josephians.
Yeah, you might think that this game has been killed off, but who knows, maybe just one spark of brilliance, one spark of luck could bring in the win for either of these teams.
Indeed, 8 minutes to go plus any added time. So still, both teams with the opportunity to take the 3 points.
Joseph's had 5 attacking players up front, and now they have to be recalled to the back.
The bounce eluded him on that occasion, but the danger is not yet over.
It's good recovery by the Josephian defense over there.
Yeah, Nazmi Ahmad was open on goal, but the bounce.
4 players. That's crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he should have done well to stay on his feet and try to get across.
Yeah,
Or wait for a contact. He went down before the contact.
It's not something that you would see every day. And now Zahira. Just one good ball in.
Desperately cleared away by Jose. They keep the ball in play. Now here's Dumin Dulshan. Gamehan. Asking a lot from the number 10.
And throughout the full 85 minutes. But eventually,
The Joes were building up. They were coming close to score. But Gampola Zahira capitalizing on that mistake by Marshall Kodikar. And with 5 minutes to play, don't think Gampola Zahira will commit too many players up front.
yeah,
And
like
they
I,
will try to hold on for that 1 goal advantage and take home the 3 points.
like I said, Irshad, one spark of luck just seemed to break the deadlock over there. And as you can see, there's no one up front for Zahira, and rightly so. The coach would want all their men to be behind the ball and defense.
You can see the Zahira supporters encouraging them to hold on to this lead. And in defense, here's the cross coming towards Dumin Dulshan. Tishan Fernando does well. Excellent work by Tishan. You can see now Gampola Zahira boys just kicking the ball up front. Here's Kavinder Rupasinghe. The defender covering it. Eats up couple of more seconds, couple of more minutes with the injury now.
You may be around 4 to 5 minutes of injury time. But it's been great work by Zahira today. They've been good in all departments, and when their proper chance came, they converted into a goal and broke the deadlock.
Yeah, unfortunate. The second half, Marshall Kodikar didn't have much to do. And the one occasion he was asked a question, he fumbled in front of goal and leaving open goal for Mohammad Nabil to score. Chalana Pramanta was already booked. Looks like this is going to be his second booking and it will be a red. for Chalna Pramanta, the second player in this tournament to get sent off. It's unfortunate he was going for the ball, however caught the goal scorer Mohammad Nabil. And the final couple of minutes, the Joes are down to 10.
It seems that Josephs have lost it. They've lost their heads at this moment, and it has resulted in a red card as well.
Yeah, it was not intentional. He was trying to hit for the ball, but Taranka Pushpakumar sees otherwise. And just minutes for Gampola Zahira to hold on to a famous victory and get their campaign off with a win. That's put them into third place. And he pushes St. Joseph's to the fourth spot, playing 2 matches and drawn 1 and lost 1.
Yeah, and a win against the defending champions as well. That's a huge statement made by the Zairian players. Joe's really looking to get something out of this game. They've not played terrible football, in my opinion, but they obviously could do better. They could be playing as champions, as Zahira looked to.
Yeah, they have been the better team, especially in the second half. Gampola Zahira never came out of their half. But it's goals that matter, and they took their chance. And the Joes did not capitalize on several opportunities they had. And looks like you said, a famous victory over the defending champions, St. Joseph's. As we are playing added time. This could well be the final phase of the game.
It's a bad kick by Riflan over there. He would not want to send this game off for a draw.
Referee Pushpa Kumar looking at the watch. And that's the long whistle. Gampola Zahira recording a famous victory over the defending champions with a goal by Mohammad Nabil in the 86th minute. The Joes were the better team throughout, unfortunately not converting their chances that came their way. As we have the full-time confirmation, St. Joseph's College losing out by a goal to nil to Gampola Zahira in this ThePapare Football Championship 2019. A Week 3 fixture, a Group A fixture. It's been a very entertaining game by both the teams. However, it's the visitors who go back to the hills with 3 points. From the commentary box, Kavinka Fernando, technical and the production crew. This is Irshad Hashimdeen signing off for the ThePapare.com. So stay tuned for more coverage of this ThePapare Football Championship 2019. Do join us once again with another coverage. Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com, sharing the passion.